Right, and welcome. Today we are on day 15 of our 30 days making money moves. We're on day 15 of 30, so we're halfway there. For 2 weeks, you've been building, getting clear, getting visible, and getting into the conversations. You're posting your offers, you're sending DMs, and some of you already are starting to get some responses. You're starting to get some generation, some conversations, and people are telling you what you have sounds interesting. Today, we're going to move the conversations into the next level. Are you excited? I know I am. Drop the comments for your biggest wins from the last 2 weeks and one thing that would have happened had you not celebrated doing this challenge or had you not done this during the challenge. We want to celebrate it. We want to celebrate you getting out of your comfort zone. Give me just a second and I am going to share this link with two people in the comment or in their DMs. So let's hear about it. I want to hear about all the wonderfulness that is what you're doing and how you're working and what you've got going on. Um, we do have one more day that I'm going to be pre-recorded, and other than that, we are going to be live every day for the rest of the month. Um, Unless something, barring any unforeseen circumstances. All right, so those two are sent, and let's get back to it, right? So we've got 2 weeks of consistent action, and that is something that's amazing. A lot of people would have already dropped off, right? It doesn't mean that you've done perfect action, and perfect action is action. And in phase 3, we're going to start putting it all together so it starts converting into actual revenue. Phase 3 is about one thing, turning conversations into clients. You need clients to make revenue, right? And today we're going to start with the most powerful sales tool. This right here. Your phone is going to be your most powerful sales tool. And the reason why it's your most powerful sales tool is you have the chance to take a conversation you're having into a DM and have actual conversations. This doesn't mean that we are actually you can have a conversation like us, right? But you can also do your Zoom calls. You don't have to be desk bound to have these conversations. You can be genuinely in nature and having a conversation with a prospect so that they can see you're living your best life and put you in your most relaxed state, right? The topic right now is get on the phone. Yeah, I know some of you that just felt like anxiety and anxious and all those things and said, the phone, I don't want to be on the phone. And you got a little bit of resistance there. A little anxiety or a lot of anxiety, right? Today, I want to address it before we go anywhere because it's real. That feel is real. It's common. It's something that I feel like has been fostered over time. We're on them all the time, but we're not necessarily on them generating income for ourselves. So it's the biggest thing that keeps people from converting at the level that they are capable of because they're so scared. They don't know that they want this. They don't know how to feel. They're nervous, and we really just got to get through it. And the only way to do it is to get through it. Here's what the phone actually is for us in our business. It's a conversation. It's a real human conversation, real human connection between two people where one person's got a problem and the other person has the solution. Yep. We got to have a solution for the problem that they've got. And sometimes we just need another human, right? We want to talk to real people. That's it. It's not a performance. It's not a pitch. It's something you don't even have to be perfect at. Who really wants to be perfect? I mean, I want to strive for perfection, but I don't want to be perfect. This is just really a conversation. A big conversation that's going to generate things for your business. And here's why it matters more than a DM. Any post, any email, any story, any content, any reel that you create. When someone is on a call with you, whether it's virtual via Zoom or it's on a phone, they get to hear your voice, they can feel your energy, and they can ask questions to get real answers in real time. They can, I don't even know how to explain to you how that helps the trust. It builds trust so quickly through content. It builds trust so sorry about that. It builds trust so quickly, and it builds it faster than it will through content, right? In 30 minutes, you can expedite and shrink the timeline for yourself, and be able to serve people faster and at a better rate. For a coach, this discovery call is we figure out if somebody's the right fit for your program. Remember, you're not meant for everybody. You're meant for your ideal client. So you want to show them what's possible when they work with you. It's not a sales call, it's a clarity call, a discovery call, where you're helping them get clear on where they want to go for their next step. The offer is a natural next step, but that's not, you're not pitching. You're just getting to know them to see if they're ideal for you. Service provider, discovery call or consultation. It's how you understand what that client wants or needs and show them your expertise and present solutions in a way that's tailored for their specific situation. It's also how you qualify somebody before you ever commit to a project. You want to have a longer conversation with people when you're going to go and walk through it with them. Because not everybody's meant to be your person. Not everybody. And I have to say that out loud to myself to remind myself. So that's why I said it over twice. For entrepreneurs on a call, this is how you close. Whatever you sell that's over a certain price point needs to have more time and almost more increased conversations, and so that you can figure out how to increase your conversion rate. People aren't buying from landing pages, they're buying from people. So you want to make sure that you are being the most genuine version of yourself. You're having real conversations about what it is that you have to offer. And again, you're not for everybody. If they're not ideal, let them go. If you treat this right, this could lead to 5 other conversions, even if that person doesn't buy. Or more conversions than that, right? For somebody that's a product designer, in your product creator, a call or even a voice note, because you can do a voice note if you have an Apple phone, you can leave somebody a voice note. If they're another Apple user, though. Or you can do it in the DMs, right? You can leave a nice, cute little voice message for somebody in the messenger. It's really awesome. It's really exciting. So we can do that. Then really you want to see what they want for customization. Is this project within your scope, right? So I've learned more about embroidery than I probably ever wanted to, because my grandma was a hand stitch embroiderer. She was not a machine embroiderer. But the idea of the amount of stitches and the amount of pieces that go into it and the cost that's relevant to that. You need to know how much that somebody wants, and if you even can build that design for them, or that you use that product or that material, right? A quick call often goes way better than any form or questionnaire ever could. So that's why you guys sell so well in person, right? Because people can ask you what you're doing, they can see what you're doing, and they can just genuinely love and build what you do. So let's go on. For somebody who is dealing with energy, right? Like if you're an energy coach, Reiki healer, or anything of that nature, it's the first time you actually get to really connect, and you can see if the energy is safe and protective for you with the potential client. If they feel safe enough to be honest about where they are, they're more than likely going to close with you. Every single one of these cases, this call is not about a close. It's about connecting, right? You get the information you need for the close on this call because you're discovering them. You're creating clarity, not just for them, but for you. When you show up genuinely curious about who they are, what they do, and how you can help them and how you can serve them, it's really clear what needs to happen, and the close becomes the next obvious step. Here's what I want you to write down right now. Three questions. And I want you to ask these on every single discovery call from this consultation forward, or for this point forward, I should say. Every call and consultation from this point forward. I'll give you a starting framework, but I want you to make this yours. You want to make sure it sounds natural, comfortable, and calm for you. Question 1. Where are you right now in your business or this area of life? What's actually happening? Question 2. Where do you want to be? What does success look like for you specifically? For a product base, this is where you kind of lead into that, right? You don't really need to ask them where they want to be. Question 3, what's been getting in your way of getting there? These 3 questions tell you everything you need to know to present your offer in a way that speaks directly to their situation. And when you present them an offer, it makes it feel like you heard them, and the yes becomes a natural. Let me know in the comments what's the one thing that makes you nervous about getting on a call with a potential client. We're going to address those out loud. I might not address them right now, but we will address them over the next few weeks, and I'll make sure to comment on those. Every one of your fears is normal. It's normal. Every one of us is afraid to get on the call unless we're talking to our best friend and hobnobbing about something gossipy or something fun, right? And every one of them gets smaller. When we have those fears about sales calls, those sales calls fears get smaller and smaller the more calls you do. If you listen to sales professionals, I'll use Andy again. Like Andy, he had to deal with himself 200 calls or a certain number of cars he had to sell in a time frame or in a day, and if he didn't, he had to go home and run 3 miles. I think it was three cars, 200 calls, and if he didn't do both or either, and it knows either he sold this or he did this, and then he wouldn't have to run, and he hated to run, so he had to leave his running shoes by the back door because as soon as he got home, if he didn't hit those numbers, he had to go run. So you set up what works for you and what keeps you in line because you got to do it. If you don't do it, your business is never going to progress, right? Today's money moves. You ready? There's a 4. It's all about getting you on the phone or getting you on the Zoom call. Move 1. Send 5. Let's hop on a call today. Invites today. This is to warm leads only. You're not just going into the DMs or posting to your Facebook. I'm interested in anybody who wants to join me in a call, right? Different. These are people who've engaged with your content, responded to you in the DMs, expressed some interest about what you do, and you know you have the problem, you can solve their problem, right? Your message can be simple, like, hey, based on what you shared, I think a quick conversation could be very valuable. I have some time this week. Would you be interested in jumping on a 30-minute call with me? That's it. Send it to 5 people. Move 2. Make sure your calendar link works. Is it working? Go click it. Make sure it's working right now. Calendly is free. Calendar Hero, I believe, is free. I use my high-level account, which is an option for you if you're really needing a CRM. Just go ahead and reach out to my team. That is not free, but it is available to you. My recommendation is actually Calendly. It's easy, simple, and you can get it done in 5 minutes. And it's going to connect to your Google Calendar. If you use Google, it'll connect to your 365. If you use Microsoft 360, whatever it is. We got to make sure it sends a confirmation. And if you don't have a calendar link ready, you got to do it. Got to do it. There's no excuse for a broken booking process. None after today. Move 3. Block 2 time slots in your calendar that you will put these discovery calls in. Not regular work time. You can build that out when you build in your Calendly. Like you want discovery calls from 10 to 2 on Tuesday, Thursdays, or whatever, right? Block that time so that the Calendly knows that they can book those times with you, and those are non-negotiable times on your Google Calendar. When you send an invite, you want to be confident that you actually have the space for the conversation. If you don't block that time, there's no guarantee, right? Block it now before your week gets away from you. Move 4. There we go. I'm having a math problem today, finger problem. Write out 3 questions and ask the 3 questions you want to ask on every call. You want to make sure you're putting all of those together. Your version, your words. You want to make sure that it's real, it's confident, it's you, based on your specific business and your specific client. Write them on paper, put them everywhere so you can see it. If you have 2 screens going on your call, you can put your Zoom, or even one decent sized screen. Put your Zoom call over here and your questions over here so that you don't forget to ask them. I recommend if you have your paid Zoom, I think it even goes with the free Zoom, Fathom. Get Fathom. It's free as well. And it actually transcribes the call. And the reason I want you to transcribe the call is because there might be something in there that you missed, or they went over so quickly that it's actually the nuance that you need to be able to pitch them on future calls. So put them somewhere where you can see them. Have those three anchor questions so you never show up unprepared, and you always guide the conversation. You always guide the conversation. All right, you know where the worksheet is. Here's what I need you to walk away with today. It's probably one of the most important pieces. The phone's not scary. Zoom's not scary, the phone's not scary. It's probably the most powerful piece in your business. It's the fastest way to take somebody from interested to invested. And every call you get on is so huge. Every call you get on is going to help you close a client. Every call you avoid, you're just not going to sign because you haven't gotten on the call, and it just prolongs it, right? Send 5 invites today. Make sure your calendar link works and block the time. Write the questions. Drop in the group how many invites you sent and how many you booked. And I'm watching to see what it goes on. I'm excited. This is the start of phase 3. Get on the phone and let's get paid.